Hello, everyone. My name's Andrew, and I'm cursed. Well, not really, but most of my friends believe in this stupid hair raiser story, and that's because my eyes are not normal. I guess it was a genetic error or something hereditary. Honestly, I can't understand it. The thing is, my eyes are absolutely white, and the rest is black. This does not affect my vision in any way, but it looks really scary. My parents abandoned me because of my eyes, too. This is what the teachers at the orphanage said to me when I was old enough to understand that life's unfair. Yeah, I've been living in the orphanage church ever since I was born. A great place for someone who's called the devil's son, right? In fact, I'm just an ordinary guy. I don't have any superpowers or anything like that. I don't talk to demons. I can't throw a curse or a spell on someone. I don't like to study, and I hate reading the Bible at the orphanage school. So basically, I even know nothing about being an antichrist, hell, judgment day, and all this stuff. I don't believe in such nonsense, as it doesn't help me in my life anyway. Everyone hated me since I was a kid, and both kids and teachers of the shelter hated me just because I was different from other kids, having different eye color. As you can guess, my life is full of tears, despair, and sadness. Anyway, life was always hard for me. I didn't have any friends, and why could I? I was always a loner. Kids feared me. And kids, especially orphanage ones, are angry, violent, and cruel. So I was often bullied and beaten. Once they kicked me out of the dormitory, so I had to hide in the corridors at night or sleep in the pantry. They never took me to play basketball, volleyball, or soccer. Some of the kids even jokingly offered to take my head and play it instead of a ball. The teachers pretended not to notice anything, or maybe they really didn't notice anything. Somehow, they did not stop these angry kids. They believed it was necessary for me to accept the blows of fate with humility. That meant we should not complain, cry, and interfere. However, there were some teachers who enjoyed reminding me I was different, and they pointed a finger at me. One elderly teacher repeated every time I was a demon from hell and I would burn in hell. The kids liked that very much. After all, it turned out they were fighting with evil and not just bullying a different kid. I kept silent. I hid and tried not to get caught. I often sat in the library. It was the most unpopular place in the orphanage. There was nothing to do, so I read a lot. I became smart, and I had my own opinion on every topic. However, the teachers in the orphanage management didn't want us to have an independent point of view, so I got plus 500 points to my devil reputation just by freely expressing my thoughts. My favorite shelf at the library was esotery. I still have no idea how such books ended up in a church orphanage. I also liked philosophy. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? So why not use this excellent advice for my own purposes before I'm completely broken? And I decided to play, thanks to the drama studio at the orphanage and my ability to wear a poker face, even in the most idiotic situations. And I've never believed in mysticism, but others did. I didn't even have to convince anyone. Everyone already believed I was a boogeyman risen from darkness. So I decided to stop crying in the corner and prove something to someone. I became the one whom they believed I was. I promised the boys who always beat me I would curse them and their whole family. I told the teacher who constantly locked me in the pantry that I would curse her. She would never get married and become sick. And then a miracle happened. They all left me alone. The funny thing is, these people believed in my abilities so much, they actually received their own punishment. Someone started falling down endlessly and got hurt. Someone had his wallet stolen. Some teacher got sick with diabetes. I guess he shouldn't have taken too many sweets from students. I was laughing like crazy when one day they started crawling to me on their knees, begging for forgiveness and asking me to remove the curse. And I started to perform the show with the curse elimination. I acted brilliantly. Of course, the curse removal was not for free. In the end, I became a kind of legend in the orphanage. They gave me a separate room. They no longer hurt me or offended me in any way. On the contrary, they tried to make friends with me. After all, I could also predict some good things, and my life would be wonderful if it were not for one big but. I still wanted to be loved, kinda have a mom and dad, live in a normal house, celebrate family holidays, but everyone who came to the orphanage for kids avoided me. They chose everyone, even one girl with a severe disability, but not me. And then I decided to make a little joke. Our orphanage was in a small town, so everyone already knew there was a demon boy there. Some people even came to me asking me to tell their fortune or remove the curse or do some other stupid things, but I just played on. After all, they paid me real money, and that was very pleasant and helpful. So when we had another nice married couple who wanted to adopt kids, I was the first to approach them, and I told them I would bring them good luck. People love luck, huh? Surprisingly, they agreed immediately. They did not even look at other kids, and the teachers were so happy they would finally get rid of the demon. So we all had the documents processed just in a day. That's how I finally had a family. And I was insanely happy because now my dream came true. The couple who adopted me turned out to be surprisingly nice and caring people. I was their first and only kid, so they tried to pour all their love to me. They gave me all the gifts I wanted, read me fairy tales, despite me being already 14, kissed me before going to bed, and then somehow it turned out I worked for them. I mean, my customers who came to the orphanage before found out my new address and started going there for my services. My foster parents didn't mind it. They were even happy, and they brought new customers to me. I was also happy because most of my customers were financially successful people. However, the orphanage teachers didn't touch me and my income. For some reason, the foster parents decided my money was their money too, and they started to take everything for themselves. My foster dad even quit his job so that he would have more time to count the money and invite new customers. I wasn't really sorry. Well, they are my family in some way, but, it's no good when they keep you in the house just because they like to earn money using you. And my parents needed more and more money, so they literally forced me to sit and smile at various freaks for hours, sometimes without even a toilet or food break. I was angry. I told them I didn't want it anymore. I also threatened to send them to hell and ran away. Later on, it turned out these people knew in advance about my mystical abilities, and all this family stuff was a fake. They would have taken me anyway, and they cared about me because I was their chicken carrying golden eggs to their house. It was a regretful thing to understand, really. I returned to the orphanage. I refused to talk to people at all for a long time. I wanted to do some nasty things to my fake foster parents, but I decided to let fate punish them itself. The faces of dissatisfied customers would be quite okay. But this story had a good lesson for me. No one really needs me, and that's fine. Somehow, I can live on my own. I stopped trying to please people. I stopped going out to new married couples who were looking for kids. I stopped hoping for the best. I had people who were afraid of me, but they paid me money for some mystical nonsense. I had a room of my own where no one touched me. And strange, but I also had freedom. And I started to live a happy life being thankful for what I had. I guess it's kind of a dubious philosophy for a teenager, but I was okay with this one. Honestly, I didn't know what was going to happen with me when I graduated from the orphanage. I had dark images in my mind. But one day, luck smiled at me. Some people decided to save me. They were a totally ordinary couple. They were no longer young, and they came from ordinary workers. Maybe they were farmers or something. I didn't even try to figure it out. They were looking for a kid, and I was hiding in my room and was not going to come out. It turned out that this married couple chose me. At first, I refused to go with them. I was angry, and I promised to run away at the first chance. They just sighed and promised everything would get better. And slowly but surely, they managed to reach me, overcoming my tantrums, loneliness, and difficult teenage behavior. Now I call these people my family, my mom and my dad. They're not my real parents, but they managed to love me just for the way I am. At the same time, they convinced everyone around I was an ordinary kid, and my eyes are not a curse or a devil's mark, but just something different. Now I realize happiness doesn't come when you're alone. It comes when you are loved, when you have parents, friends, at least someone, and that's just great. Write in the comments what you think of this story. And also, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel to never miss any new stories. Bye!